Hi, I'm Amber.
Hi, I'm Shanice, and we're going to watch a video about breaking the stereotype of ADHD and autism.
ADHD is about attention,
a lot of energy.
Just bad behaviour.
The ADHD is sort of a difficulty concentrating, whereas autism is something that's
quite a lot more focused around social skills.
Autism is when the body and the nerves and the mind is out of control sometimes, where they can't control their body.
I don't know, actually.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I've got no idea.
Personally, for me, I don't think autism is only just like a physical defect. Does that make sense? Because I know one of the guys was just did like a kind of expression, and it was like, that's not autism. So I think some people know about it, but some people don't know there's other types as well. Even with ADHD, I can obviously see that everyone kind of just said it's bad behaviour, but I don't think it is just that.
Hi, I'm Amy, I'm 22 and I'm from Essex.
Hi, my name's Melissa, I'm 24 and I'm from London.
Hi, I'm Kerith, I'm 19 and I'm from Hemel Hempstead.
Hi, my name is India, I'm from South West London and I'm 20 years old.
I am very attentive to small details and remember small changes.
I am very attentive to small details and remember small changes.
I'm very attentive to small details and I remember small changes.
I usually don't pay attention to little things and wouldn't notice if there was a small change.
I struggle to sit still without something to fidget with.
I struggle to sit still without something to fidget with.
I struggle to sit still without having something to fidget with.
I am fine with sitting still without something to fidget with.
I personally don't know. For me, everyone is just...
I don't know, yeah, I'm trying to read into it, but maybe it's just because I know that there's one person without the condition and two
This
people,
is it.
do you know what I mean?
But I think for me, even though they're reading the same thing...
Wasn't one person was reading something different?
There was one actually, so...
I feel like she's the person with the condition, but is it like... You know, like try to make it look...
Honestly, because for me, when they all read it, it's exactly the same.
It's easy for me to imagine things and paint a picture in my head.
I struggle to imagine things and paint a picture in my head.
It is easy for me to imagine things and paint a picture in my head.
It's easy for me to imagine things and paint a picture in my head.
I personally don't like reading, but I like to see pictures. That's me. So everyone has their own way of doing certain things. So for me, I wouldn't know. Even with this, I wouldn't know who has autism or ADHD, because for me, it's just like, okay.
I tend to write things down.
I would go through it step by step in my head.
I tend to kind of chunk it down.
It just seems to be like quite a tedious process for me personally.
I definitely think the blonde girl's got the ADHD because she said she finds it tedious, and I know like people with ADHD, like things can be quite like, oh, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I 100% think she's got the ADHD.
Quite overwhelming, especially if it's something completely new that I've got no idea about.
I would just sort of ask like loads of questions, you know, to make sure I understood the task.
My immediate response is kind of just neutral.
I tend to have to take a moment and breathe.
I was confident as well. I was probably like, it's the blonde girl.
I've definitely experienced the cycle of being mistreated, even in small ways that like when I've told people I'm autistic, they kind of start speaking down to me a little bit, like a child.
When you are younger, you also have puberty and like the societal issues that go around with being a teenager stacked on top of being autistic.
I've been rejected from jobs before for being autistic.
I identify as black, and you have also the societal pressure and the stereotypes and the biases also mixed in with that get in the way of diagnoses or being taken seriously.
I was misunderstood at school quite a lot, especially when it came to like work and homework. I can never sort of keep up with it, and I was always struggling, and it took me a lot longer to understand, but I think I was sort of perceived as lazy rather than struggling.
I think that we all need to learn and understand the fact that there are different ways to thinking and that we don't all think in the same way.
I think if people didn't stereotype my condition, it would improve my quality of life massively overall.
Sometimes I get a bit embarrassed. I'm like, oh, I've got ADHD, it's not my fault. But I think if people were more understanding, then it would just be more accepted rather than having to sort of joke about it in a way.
Every single person is different. Yes, we're assessed on the same means and traits, but those means and traits display themselves differently within every single autistic person on the spectrum. And I feel if there was a more uniformed understanding of that, then it would be a better place for us and neurodivergent people.
I think we just need to get, just society in general, need to get that normal. I feel like it's such a kind of toxic word, because I feel like people, you're like, oh, you're not acting normal, and then they try to act a certain way, and then I guess that's why they feel like excluded, because they're not acting like normal.
Everyone else. Yeah.
So
it's true.
Hopefully with this, it will bring a bit more awareness. People will understand a bit more.